Jim, we are talking about all those barbecues for Memorial Day this weekend. Chef Christian Nemi is here. He's already working the grill. He's going to show us how to actually make a great piece of grilled chicken without drying it out when we come back. All right, it is a beautiful day. Memorial Day weekend is upon us, and everybody is going to be hitting that thing. But here's the problem. I've had a lot of bad grilled chicken in my life. I've had dry grilled chicken, so Chef Christian Nemi knows a thing or two about grilling up some chicken. They do a lot of grilling at Rosso.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
See, I thought I knew how to grill chicken. And you know, I come out here with my idea of how to prepare food and you shoot me down every time.
Right.
I do.
I thought the perfect way to grill chicken would be to prepare it before you actually put it on the grill, i.e. boil it.
Which I've never heard that before.
So that you know that it's cooked. And then you put it on the grill.
So
why wouldn't you just do that before you roast a chicken too? Just boil it.
Maybe.
The problem with chicken is that, and especially when it comes to barbecue chicken, like any sort of chicken that you put a sauce on, is everybody's so eager to get the sauce on it that they end up burning the sauce, charring the sauce, and secondly, they usually grill their chicken over the same sort of heat that they've grilled their steaks on, which is high heat, which is not what you want to be doing.
Oh.
So the key to good, moist chicken, and we've talked about this before, is brining your chicken ahead of time. And what you get is really juicy chicken. So the problem is that I still see, I have so many people come up to me in the grocery store and say, well, what do you mean by brining a chicken? It's this simple. This is about 3/4 of a cup each of sugar and salt. That's it.
I didn't know you used sugar ever in brining.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
take a Ziploc.
you add a quart of water. Shut your bag. Whoops.
Cold water, warm water, doesn't really matter.
You know what? When I do it at home, I put about a cup of really hot water in first to help melt it, and then I put in ice cold water. But basically, all you do is dissolve this.
You want to make sure your bag is sealed before you do that.
Yes, you do. You want to make sure that it's zipped.
Okay.
And then you take your chicken and put it in there.
Right.
Squeeze out all excess air, like I have in this bag, and let it brine for at least 2 hours, preferably more like 4 hours.
Okay.
Let me ask this question.
We got
really
less
quickly.
than a minute, so
How
let's
many
see what happens
chicken
next.
Can you put in each bag?
You can put 4 leg quarters in there. So once they come out, dry them off, go to your grill, and you're going to want to start on a hot side, and then once you get a little bit of grill marks on it and starts to brown the skin a little bit, you want to move it to a cooler side. So have one side turned up high, the other's turned down low. This piece of chicken has been on for about 5 minutes or so.
Looks good already.
10. See, it's not burnt, it's not got the black charring on there. And if you do it this way, you'll have great chicken. When we come back, I'll show you how to put your sauce on so you
timing.
don't screw it up.
Perfect timing.
I like it. Simple instructions.
Stay with us, folks. We're back after this short break.
Okay, speaking about eating and midnight snacks, Memorial Day weekend is just around the corner, so we are grilling up the perfect piece of grilled chicken. Chef Christian Nemi from Rosso says a lot of people make a mistake in the sauce, so we're going to talk about saucing your chicken when we come back. All right, we are back out on our grilling set. It smells amazing out here. Chef Christian Nemi from Rosso is showing us how to not mess up your chicken, and he just surprised Darcy and I with a little tidbit of information.
Another nugget of information.
Nugget of brilliance from Christian.
A nugget of brilliance. Okay.
I said, why don't you close the lid so it cooks faster?
Exactly, and it will cook faster if you close the lid. But the problem lies in the fat drippings. When the fat goes down and hits the flame and flames up, what it does is it releases that acrid black smoke, and that contains polycyclic carbons or something like that. Anyway, that's what doctors will say is the carcinogen when it comes to grilling.
Yeah.
Any sort of fat that drips down and bursts into flames is going to leave that kind of real bitter, nasty smoke.
Smoky taste.
Right.
Yeah.
And you don't want that. And if you keep the lid closed, although it will cook faster, every time that drips down and bursts into flames, it's going to trap that nasty smoke inside your grill, and it will slowly smoke the meat with that flavor, so you don't want to.
I had no idea.
So if you want to cook your meat faster and you want to cover it, what I suggest is those disposable foil pans that you can get at the store, and place that just over the chicken that you want cooked faster, and that allows the smoke to escape out around it.
Is there a piece that's better to put on the grill than any other piece? Like, because I see you've done leg quarters.
Well, actually, leg quarters work a little bit better. The problem with breasts is that chicken breasts are usually so thick that it takes forever for them to cook. So that's when, if I'm ever doing a whole chicken and I've got the 2 leg quarters off to one side, On the other side, I will put the chicken breasts and I will cover them with the aluminum foil pan so they'll cook faster.
Okay, let's talk about sauce, because I feel like every dad in the world, granddad, has one of these brushes, and they all get really excited to use it.
Yes, they do. As excited as they are using tongs and flipping their steaks too much.
They're excited about that brush.
So, literally, when you're supposed to sauce your meat, like when it's pretty much done, because all you want to do at the end is you want to brush on your barbecue sauce or whatever sauce. And this is why I tell people to stay away from marinades when they're grilling chicken, because most marinades that you buy in the store have got a lot of sugar in them. And so that'll automatically start your chicken burning. So you put it on, flip it over so it gets that good grill taste on one side, brush it on the other side, because what you do want is a little bit of kind of over caramelization of the sugars in the sauce, and that's going to give you kind of that smoky barbecue taste. So while it sits on that other side, it's going to hit those hot grill grates, and it's going to burn a little bit, but that's okay. You just don't want it burning everywhere.
Christian, we only have about 30 seconds left, so how long on average, and I realize you can't really answer this because every piece of chicken is different, but just to gauge, how long should we be grilling each piece of chicken? Ish.
Well, leg quarters are going to run you about 14 to 18 minutes.
That's longer than I would think, okay.
Yeah, exactly. So for it to cook all the way through on the low side, like I said, you can start on the hot side, then move it to the low side. It's going to take a good 14 to 18 minutes to cook all the way through, but you're roasting it nicely over that nice heat. If you want a little more smokiness to it, wet wood chips, hickory or something like that.
Oh, I love that. Quick question. I know you told us not to cut into our steak to check if it's done.
No.
Can we cut into our chicken to check if it's done?
Yeah, you don't really want to. I mean, what I suggest is you can buy probe thermometers at the grocery store. Use one of those, and actually most of them will tell you on the gauge the safe limits for pork, beef, chicken. It's probably going to be about 160, 165 degrees is where you're going to want to see your chicken by the time you pull it off the grill.
On that note, we're going to do the first time that we've never done this. We're not going to taste it because we want to make sure
no raw poultry
that
today.
It's done. By the way, you might have caught me saving Darcy. There was a large bug on her dress during that interview. I did. All right, stay with us. We're friends at 5 Up after the break.